What if I told you that becoming a millionaire won't make you rich? Our generation is so much fascinated about the idea of becoming a millionaire from a childhood or from early teenage years. It just feels like it's the ultimate financial goal. But you will be shocked to know that standing in 2025, 1 million USD in US is barely qualifies at a middle class even. It barely provides you the buying power of 250k did 30 years back. Practically, 10 million is the new 1 million. Now let me give you the Indian version of it for your better understanding. 1 million USD is equivalent to 3 to 4 crores in India hypothetically. Remember, I'm not talking about USD to INR conversions. 3 to 4 CR in India can last lifetime, and the allocation strategy of this new Indian million will be discussed later in the video. World Economic Forum's Future of Job report for 2025 says that 41% of the employers are thinking about downsizing their workforce because of the rise of AI. India is slowly reaching the peak of unemployment, but guess what? Diljit Dosanjh's all ticket gets booked out of thin air. Don't you think that some reason must be there that why people lines up outside of the stadium when a rock concert is going on? Don't you think it is the same exact reason that why some kids drop out from their school even to become influencer? Due to the same exact reason why a random dude lands into a TV reality show and makes more in a year than a doctor possibly could earn in his entire lifetime. Not even trying to bringing the topics of celebs or athletes due to the same exact reason. Fame shatters by breaking all the limitation of the traditional way of making money, and it bumps up your intrinsic value immediately. People pay millions, for your face, for your voice, and for your brand. And even in some cases when you even don't have a proper skill set. Here is how I have seen people getting famous overnight. In US, a 20-year-old basketball player signs a 30 million worth of contract just out of the college. Instagram influencers, one random reel got viral, and based on that, he's earning in millions from brand deals. A high on demand actress got a 10 crore worth of movie deal, whose presence alone can fill the entire theater. Fame is the fastest way to escape from the traditional way of earning and the traditional way of living. But you know why? Because it helps you to leverage your time. So at the same time, you can have multiple sources of income. So your income will grow exponentially. But to be honest, how many people can really become famous? Because see, competition is everywhere. And that is why most people settle for the second escape route. For me, the real life example of corporate climb I have seen through my grandfather. He worked for 40 years and he also raised his salary and position eventually. Then he retired after the age of 60 and then he left us 10 years after that. It's not that he didn't achieve anything in life. He owned 2 big houses. He helped his 2 sons to establish their own businesses. But one event I will never forget, which he told me when he was at the end days of his life. He said, I may achieved many things in life. I even secured my family's future with my limited income. But somehow down the line, I never got a single day to live only for myself. Till today, when I remember about this event, it makes me extremely sad. And from that day onwards, I promised to myself that eventually I will figure out the true meaning of wealth, where not necessarily I will be working for money, but the mindset will be I will be leveraging my time and skills in such a way that it will create multiple sources of income. And that is why I am here into the YouTube to share my own experiences, my own daily learnings and deep dive into the finance to figure out how to achieve financial freedom based on every individual's present potentiality. Now let's jump back into the topic of corporate climbing. Have you ever noticed the average age of corporate CEOs? When most of the corporate employees reaches their 50s or 60s, that is the exact time when they cash in. That actually means for decades after decades, they have been grinding into the office, they are doing overtime, late nights, they are sacrificing their family times, which is nothing new to us, right? But here are several things which we forget when we choose this path. Point 1, pensions are fixed, but they shrink over time due to the inflation. Number two, many faces problem of getting the pension really late, and sometimes it's even seen that funds are missing at the time of retirement, where there is a very thin chance of recovering it. Point 3. Unlike many Western countries, Indian retirees face a huge problem of a proper safety net that actually forces them to go for this pension plan. Number 4. Post-retirement, your company's medical insurance doesn't cover you, and if you have an expensive treatment due to the old age, it makes huge medical bills and also brings a lot of financial stress. Number 5. Due to the rise of nuclear family, now retirees cannot actually depend on their children, and also at the same time, if they don't have a second source of income or a passive source of income, they suffer financially. Number 6. Many doesn't diversify their investments. At the same time, they don't establish secondary source of income like rental income, dividends, etc., which causes financial scarcity in the future. Number 7. As you know that financial fraud and scams mostly target the old retirees. Also, at the same time, bank failures or stock market crash can wipe out their entire savings in just seconds. And by chance, even if you do reach the top, it is not called wealth, it's actually survival. Surely, you will have a nice house, a decent car, and a solid pension fund. But was it the dream? Is it what we actually call freedom? Since these two paths having their own limitations or shortcomings, I have developed a solid roadmap for you all working professionals that if you can retire with 3 to 4 crores in your bank account, you can basically live stress-free for the rest of your life, considering the value is well adjusted with inflation, economical downtime, or accidental expenses. Here comes the safe allocation strategy. Number 1 is fixed deposit, which we call FDs. Here you need to invest 30% of your total net worth, which is 3 to 4 crore. Here you will be getting the annual return of 6 to 7%. Your estimated yearly income will be 6 to 7 lakhs. Second, you invest in senior citizen savings scheme, which in short we can say SCSS. Here you invest 20% of your total net worth. Your annual returns will be 8.2% and your estimated yearly income will be 4 to 5 lakhs. Third, you can invest in mutual fund. You can invest in balance or index in both of the criterias. Here you need to invest 20% of your total net worth and your annual returns will be 10 to 12%. Your estimated yearly income will be 6 to 8 lakhs. Rental property, here you will be investing 15% of your total net worth. Your annual returns will be 3 to 5%, which is actually the rent. And your estimated yearly income will be 4 to 6 lakhs. Next is emergency fund, which will be of course in liquid cash form or gold. Here you will be investing 10% of your 3 to 4 CR, where in annual return will be 0 to 5% and your estimated yearly income will be 0 to 2 lakhs. Health and life insurance premiums will be around 5% of your total net worth. Of course, there is no returns. So your total annual passive incomes comes down to 20 to 30 lakhs in a year, where you can approximately expect a minimum salary of every month of 2 lakhs. If managed well, 3 to 4 CR can sustain till your deathbed without touching the principal amount. Now that you saw in the chart how you can properly reinvest your total life savings or pension fund into many investment vehicles where they can generate you a hefty monthly income. So in the future videos, would you like to see how to choose the proper investment vehicle in each of these individual categories? Drop a comment below into the comment section with yes or no. So in the near future, I will be making video which will be really useful for you. If you ever had aha moment into the video, please don't forget to like the video, because in this way people will be facing the truth, because YouTube will be showing it to the broader audiences. If you are serious about breaking free from the traditional way of handling money, you should subscribe to the channel and please smash the bell notification, so you never know, maybe the next video can be life-changing for you financially. I want to build a community of people who are serious about personal finance, who are like-minded, and who are also flexible to adapt to the smart money mindset. Arijit here from Bangalore signing out. See you in the next video.